And it's a shame that the commission felt it necessary to go against the will of the people, because the people from that district elected Kent Cravens as a Republican. They wanted a Republican representing them, and the commission has now played politics instead and has submitted a Democrat and only one name. And so unfortunately it appears we're looking at make sure that is the only option we have, and if it is, then I will do what I have to do. But it's a shame that politics starts to play a part in this when in fact what the people want should be first and foremost.
Didn't you do the same thing with the PRC appointment? That was a Democrat who held that seat, and you appointed an independent or declined a state person?
And actually what I did in that is actually appoint somebody with credentials, because it's so important. I could have easily appointed a Republican with no credentials and be done with it. But I didn't want to play politics. I chose someone who was very qualified for a position that is complex and requires a lot of background in energy, and it requires utilities, etc. And that was my priority, because the PRC has had such has received publicity that's so negative. I wanted people to have confidence in who I appointed, and it was an independent or someone who declined a state instead.
But it wasn't a Democrat, and the people elected a Democrat, and you had 3 Democrats in your final 5.
I did, and I chose the person who actually was most qualified because of the complexity of the position, because of what they had to know in order to represent New Mexicans fairly and in the best way. In a political position such as a senator, of course, they're all walks of life represent our senators and representatives, and that is a more political position. However, a Republican was elected there and didn't require these extensive expertise like the PRC does.